Hello everyone and welcome to highlights of the latest social race from the Apex Racing Leagues around Albert Park in Melbourne, Australia. Andrew with you here, driving the Williams in probably my biggest challenge so far. We've got most of the aids turned off. For the first time I'm driving a race on my pad without traction control, so there's going to be a lot of that going on, a lot of loss of traction. Here is my fastest lap in qualifying. Not great, not that high up the grid, but at least I wasn't last. But a really high quality field in this 10-man social race. As you can see there, the qualifying results. So we're looking forward to a really good race here with Tom on pole, Frede second, Little Paul in third, Cal fourth, Race Fanatic fifth, GBM 6th, and so taking ourselves to the grid, me in 9th place in the Williams, the two McLarens of Penguin Dance and Ross either side of me. So waiting for the lights now on the grid in Melbourne. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights and 5 lights, and we're away round Albert Park. We've made a much better start than last week, but the second phase of the start isn't brilliant, and Ross has got up alongside of us as we break down into the first corner, looking to get round the outside of Penguin Dance. He's shut us out there, but overall it's quite a clean start for everyone. No collisions like there was last week, and everyone is away and through turn 2. Come to the end of lap 1, we're in last place and we've had a bit of a problem there, but oh my goodness, Ross has had an even bigger problem. He's hit the barrier on the exit of the last corner on the first lap and is unfortunately out of this race. So we're down to 9 people already as we dive in. Now we've got a safety car. A first for me on F1 2013. We have a safety car. And we've decided to stay out here and gain a bit of track position. We're probably not going to be able to get past these guys just on pit stops. Most people have pitted. It's just me and the Lotus. So we're on lap 4 and the safety car is in this lap. The safety car is speeding away and the Lotus ahead of me is going very, very slowly. Maybe a little bit too slowly. We've actually got a yellow flag because everything's gone that slow, but he's bolted away now. He's really done a proper Sebastian Vettel on me and he's got a good start away now. We need to make sure we get a good exit, but we haven't got a good exit. That's a really horrible exit from the last corner, and look at this, we've got Tom 97 in the Red Bull right alongside me. They've got more arrows to the left. Who is I think it's Little Paul as well, as Tom dives down the inside and takes the position very nicely, but we've got more trouble with traction coming out the corner. We're already down to 4th, which is going to be 5th soon as Race Fanatic in the Sauber comes flying through, diving down into turn 3. Someone else is up our inside. It's one of the Toro Rossos. It's Little Paul. And look at this is really bad for me. The traction of this car is just not good enough as the Ferrari sweeps by as well. We're in 7th out of the 9 still remaining on this track. Oh, but we've been hit there by someone, not quite sure who. I think it might have been Penguin Dance, and that's really unfortunate. And after being second at the start of the lap, we've gone all the way down to what is now 8th. So end of lap 5, we've locked up going into the left-hander, run wide, and Penguin Dance is going to easily nab the position and take 8th place back. Tyres really struggling, and on lap 7 we're pitting from last. Really struggling, not got any pace. But let's see what a new set of prime tyres will do for us. So lap 10 coming into the left and then the right. Still struggling for traction a bit here, but I believe this is going to be our fastest lap so far. Yes, there we go. Lap 16 now. We're really struggling on these tyres. We're going to be pitting in at this lap. Oh, we've made a bit of an error there as changing fuel mixture, braking down into the chicane, making sure not to corner cut on the left, and we're really struggling here. These tyres have properly hit the cliff. And with no traction control switched on, this is a real challenge. So we're coming through, we're turned in far too early, the car slide, that's out of control, and that's into the barriers. And sadly that is my first retirement from a league race. I need more practice without traction control. So sadly that was the end of my race, but I'm glad to say that we can keep the highlights going with this race. We're going to dive back into the action, and we're on board here with Frede in the Toro Rosso, chasing down, I think it's Race Fanatic in third place, who's in the Sauber. We're on board with him now, but he's run wide, run very wide, and Frede's nabbed the position, and I think Race Fanatic's got an even bigger problem here. He's going very slowly, Frede's away with it, he's coasting up the road in third place now, streaming away from Race Fanatic. And we're going back on board. No, we're going back on Penguin Dance. Penguin Dance has nabbed fourth place, and Race Fanatic's definitely got a problem here. He's going very slowly, and this is such a shame. He's had a really good race so far. Was up in third place, and he's still not up to speed here, and he's possibly going to be losing even more positions. Yes, who's that going through? That's one of the McLarens. It's Penguin Dance through, and he's now in fifth position. And yes, Race Fanatics disconnected. Really shame, a big shame to see that happen. But that's online racing for you sometimes. Anyway, lap 22, we're on board with Frede. Frede's now in the lead in the Toro Rosso, and he's got CalHD right up behind him. And Cal's got the DRS and a bit of curves to use, and he's going to sweep past the Toro Rosso of Frede as we join Frede on board now. He's now down to second place as we start lap 23. Frede is using all of his curves and looking like he's going to have a move down the inside, hard on the brakes into turn 3, and that's a beautiful move there by Frede, regaining the lead straight away off CalHD. Later in the lap, we're on board with CalHD again, and he's right in the gearbox of Frede there in the Toro Rosso. He can almost touch each gear change of that Toro Rosso, and Cal once again has retained a bit of curves. He's got DRS. We're on board with Frede now, and look, there goes Cal streaming past back into the lead. But we saw the lap before how Frede used all of his curves, didn't make the move happen that time, but it meant he had DRS for the start of lap 25. He's going to slam it down the inside into turn 1. Has he got the position? No, not quite. Cal's fighting back really cleanly and really hard there. We're storming down to turn 3. Frede's got DRS again as we're going back on board now with Cal, who's going to do with the switchback. He's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, he's done it. That is an absolutely sensational move by CalHD there, switching back underneath Frede and retaking the lead, having lost it in the DRS zone. That is absolutely superb driving from both of these highly skilled F1 2030 players. But look at this, Frede's up the inside once again into the chicane, and my goodness, we've had another. How many more driver changes for the lead are we going to have? We're going to have another one here. Cal's right up the inside of Frede. Oh, now this could get a bit touchy. Go through the high-speed chicane. Such good, respectful driving from both drivers, and Cal retakes the lead. Not long to go in this 50% race, and it's CalHD in the Red Bull leading from Frede in the Toro Rosso. Frede's made a little bit of a mistake there. He's dropped back a bit through the right-hander. We're back on board with Frede. Now he is going to have DRS here, and he's got a little bit of curves to use as well. He's maybe a little bit too far back on the pit straight to be able to overtake Cal. Yes, indeed he is. There's no way he's going to be able to storm down the inside in the braking zone, but he's going to have DRS again here, and he's going to use that same tactic he's used before of using all of his curves down into turn 3. Here we are with the outboard view, and it's side by side through turn 3, really close. Frede just about giving Cal enough room, and Cal retains the lead. absolutely sensational stuff from these two here in the closing stages of this race round Albert Park, Melbourne. Frede's sniffing up the back of Cal's gearbox now. Here we are, towards the end of lap 26. Frede's up the inside, going into the right-hander in sector 3. Oh, arguably a bit of a corner cut there, but I don't think Frede will mind. He's through and back in the lead. But we know that Cal's not going to give this up. These two have already swapped positions. I've lost count of how many times these two have switched positions back and forth for the lead in the last 3 laps. Cal's got DRS again and the rest of his curves for this lap, and he's got a bit of a run here on Frede's going to try and go around the outside into turn 1. He's done it. That is another sensational move by Cal. I hope Ryan Littlemore's watching this, because this is sensational stuff. But hang on, Frede's not. Frede's going to have a little go up the inside. Oh my goodness, they're so close again, but still such respectful driving from these two not to take each other out. Lesser drivers would have put it in the wall a good number of laps ago as we join Frede. Oh, he's taking to a grass a bit just to avoid Cal, making sure there's not an incident, but he's up the inside again, and he's taken the lead once more with 2.5 laps to go. Frede retakes the lead, but I don't believe this is Cal's up the inside again. Yeah, I think he might have used a bit of his curves there, and he's up the inside. We're back on board with Frede. Frede's mirrors are blinding us there, and as we start lap 28, Cal is still in the lead. But here's Frede. He's probably going to use that tactic again. Oh, he's gone a bit wide out of turn 2 there, but he's got DRS and curves. But Cal's probably going to be safe. Cal's gone on the grass a bit. He's got very off the grass. He's in the gravel. That's a disaster for Cal there. And oh, what a shame with just under 2 laps to go. Cal has binned it in the gravel and lost the chance. Looks like he's lost the chance of the win. Little Paul now in the other Toro Rosso. Looks like he wants to have a bit of a go. I don't think he's going to be able to take Cal though, as Frede, after a superb battle, is going to come round the last corner to take victory in Albert Park, Melbourne. And so he does. So we're on board here with Penguin Dance, who's in 4th place. He's come back well after a bit of a dodgy start, but look at it. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone very deep in the last corner, and the Lotus is going to storm through and take 4th on the last corner as GBM comes over the line in 6th. And well, I don't believe it. Look at that. The stewards have handed the win to Cal there. I don't know what's happened there, but Frede's lost a beautiful win. Such a shame. CalHD wins from Frede, from Little Paul in the other Toro Rosso. What a race. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the commentary, even though it's held back a bit by cold. I've still got this cold. I'm still powering through though. 2 videos that you might have missed. On the left is the latest episode of 3 Laps 3 Topics, and on the right is another highlights reel from a 50% race. I've been Andrew the Blade. Please subscribe. See you later.